All right, guys, it is coming up on 4:30 p.m. and as you can see, we've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing. Let's see. Up. Got our okay. We got our first tornado warning now. We got our first tornado warning in Mississippi right now. So let me, and this does include the Natchez, Mississippi area. So we've got a tornado warning. Radar indicated that includes the Natchez, Mississippi area as well as the Vidalia area, and also including the Fayette County or Fayette area along the 61 corridor. So the reason that I'm here is because the Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning, and this goes for the areas of Jefferson County in southwestern Mississippi, as well as northeastern Adams County in southwestern Mississippi. A severe thunderstorm was located over Clayton, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. This is including tornado and golf ball sized hail. If you are in the areas of Fayette, Elkhorn State, or Lorman, this is going to be around you at 4:55 p.m. So this is going to be, just a hair north of the Natchez, Mississippi area. So there, of course, is your first tornado warning of the day. And this is on the northern extent of Natchez, Mississippi. And Natchez is right there at the intersection of Highway 84 and 61 and 84 as well. And this is on the northern extent of the Natchez, Mississippi area. However, this does include Fayette, Mississippi. It also includes the 61 corridor and Port Gibson. All right, so let's go back here to the radar and let me show you. As this is a really bad area for a radar. Let me switch. Okay, so your possible tornado is going to be sitting right here just off to the west of the Mississippi River, right just southwest of the 65 corridor over here in far eastern Louisiana. And it is about to cross into Mississippi north of the area of Vidalia, and it will probably come across the area of Clayton, Louisiana, and then get up here towards a point near Waterproof, and then come over here towards a point near the Port Gibson area all the way down to Fayette. So the Weather Service has issued a tornado warning just north of the city of Natchez for a thunderstorm that is capable of producing a tornado that in Mississippi will impact the area of Waterproof and Spokane around 4:30, the Church Hill area at 4:40, Alcorn State at 4:55, and at Red Lick at 5 p.m. So if you were on the campus of Alcorn State, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now, because a possible tornado will be on top of you in about 25 minutes from now. Now, there's also a severe thunderstorm warning that is coming up here towards a point near the Vicksburg, Mississippi area, and that one is really packing a punch as well. Just north of the city of Vicksburg at Port of Vicksburg, and this is up here north of the actual tornado warning itself. And let me see what Jackson just said. All right, so the tornado warning that we've got in effect right now is going to be for the following counties of Claiborne and Jefferson County over in Mississippi. That is in the far western portions of Mississippi. And this storm was capable of producing a tornado over Clayton or near Faraday, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So that is the only tornado warning that we have in the state. Now we've got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, but none of those are significant right now. Damaging winds in excess of 60 and hail as well. All right, so let's go back over here to the radar. And you can see that there's also another tornado warning back off here north of Alexandria, Louisiana, and we'll have to deal with this one a little bit later on. But your possible tornado is going to be sitting over Clayton, Louisiana right now, and it's going to be moving towards the areas just south of St. Joseph and towards the area of Port Gibson within a matter of minutes. It is paralleling the 65 corridor, which runs basically from just west of St. Joseph all the way down to Clayton over here in far eastern Louisiana. So the blue line that you see right here that I've got the cursor over, that is the Mississippi River. And that is also the border between Mississippi and Louisiana. And waterproof is right on the line between Louisiana and Mississippi. So this tornado is going to cross halfway in between Fayette and Port Gibson along the 61 corridor in about 15 minutes from now. And let me see. I think it said. So there are the cities in Mississippi that are going to be impacted by this. Alcorn State University will be impacted by this in 34 minutes, as well as the Lorman area in 39 minutes, Tillman in 50 minutes, and Pattison at 53. So once again, the biggest area of concern in this warning is going to be the Alcorn State University. So if you are on the Alcorn State University campus, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Let me take this off. Like I said, there's your possible tornado that is going to be moving parallel up the 65 between Clayton and Waterproof. And then eventually it'll come over here towards a point near Port Gibson. This is going to be north of the city of Natchez, Mississippi. And if you are near the area of St. John's in Louisiana, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Next up and first up for Mississippi to be impacted by this possible tornado is going to be a little bitty community called Ashland, Mississippi, and then it will cross over here towards a point near the 552 area south of St. Joseph, and then getting over here towards the area of Port Gibson if it holds together. Now, there, of course, is the area of concern. And this is your possible tornado right there. That is sitting right over the icon that says 65. It has crossed out of the area of Clayton. And like I said, this is a radar indicated storm. However, it is also producing golf ball sized hail as well. Now, for those of you that are in other areas of Mississippi, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that is moving through the Vicksburg area, and that storm is packing a punch, winds in excess of 60. And I'm not ignoring you guys because that is a very nasty looking shield of wind that is coming across Vicksburg and moving towards the Edwards area. But we do have a tornado warning off to the south. And so that is the reason that I am focusing on the area north of the city of Natchez, is because we've got the active tornado warning down here. And the good news is it is still radar indicated, and I will tell you this. Since this has moved into the state of Mississippi or has continued to move towards the city or towards the state of Mississippi, the couplet itself has started to weaken. And if that's the case, I would expect the weather is probably watching the weakening trend like I am, but they will continue the tornado warning for Claiborne and Jefferson counties until 5:30. So once again, tornado warning is in effect for Adams, Claiborne, and Jefferson counties in southwestern Mississippi until 5:30. Okay. All right. East. All right. So for the storm that is over in Vicksburg, Mississippi, for those of you watching, this storm of concern near Vicksburg is more than likely going to take a track north of the city of Jackson towards the Bentonia area, as well as the city of Ridgeland and Canton, Mississippi, if it holds together, because it is moving more of a northeast track rather than an eastward track. So this one's going to keep this one north of the city of Jackson, Mississippi, which is a good thing. All right, we're getting reports of half-dollar sized hail over in Louisiana, just across the border from the actual tornado warning down there. So we actually do have a report now of half-dollar sized hail with this storm. So this thing is definitely packing a multiple punch with a possible tornado and large hail as well. So your large hail core is going to be over here towards the area of waterproof, just about to cross into the state of Mississippi crossing over the Mississippi River, and right behind that is going to be your possible tornado as well. Now, I do know that it is probably raining very heavily in the Natchez, Mississippi area down here towards the Ridgecrest area. But once again, your possible tornado is going to be a little bit north of that area. And let me see. And the bad news is we don't have that many cameras down here in this area of Natchez or in Vicksburg. So I'm not able to show you the weather conditions during that area right now. So we'll have to do this by the radar. And there, of course, is your report of half dollar hail by a storm chaser over in Louisiana. So your possible tornado and your couplet is going to be sitting right here, just on and about to cross the Mississippi River right now, south of the waterproof Mississippi area. Coming over here north of the city of Fayette and south of Port Gibson. It looks like it is going to be closer to Port Gibson than it is going to be the Fayette, Mississippi area. But once again, there is your possible tornado right there. And if I could draw, kind of hard to draw with a cursor. It's going to be moving in that direction. So once again, if you are down here in the area of Ashland, Mississippi, this is going to be, you're going to be first up with this storm, as Ashland is right there. And I'm trying to get close enough to where we can get Mississippi River. And apparently there are no names on these roads. Also the Hedgeland area, and I do believe that that is just across the state line over into Louisiana. Also near the area of Goldman Landing. So that is going to be the area of concern. And then this is going to be in rural areas of Mississippi. This is also going to cross the 552 corridor just off to the southwest of Port Gibson. So there, of course, is the Mississippi River, and there is the state line in between Mississippi and Louisiana. And this is going to cross somewhere near the South Side Ashland Road area. And this is, like I said, this is a very rural area of Mississippi once you get north of the Natchez, Mississippi area. And let me back out and show you that There is one severe thunderstorm, like I keep saying, that is now east of Vicksburg. And for this area, next up is going to be area of Flowers, Mississippi, and also just east of Redwood, Mississippi as well. And your next big area of concern would probably be the Clinton, Mississippi area and Ridgeland. And then, of course, you got this other tornado warning that is now around the Natchez, Mississippi area. And it's just north of that area, actually, in between the Fayette, Mississippi area and the area of Vidalia, Mississippi, down here in the Delta of Mississippi, and that's pretty much all we've got going on here in Mississippi right now. We've got other tornado warnings back here north of Alexandria and a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that we've all got to deal with later on this afternoon and this evening. But let me set the stage for you. You've got one supercell thunderstorm up here near Natchez, Mississippi. You've got another one that is north of Alexandria. You've got another one that is just off towards the northeast of Alexandria. You've got another one that is developing right down here. And then, of course, you've got this batch of storms down here. So there are a lot of other storms that we've got to watch out for, and especially any of these little bitty storms that fire off ahead of the main line, because all of these individual storms do have the potential to produce a tornado very rapidly. So we've got multiple areas of severe weather in Mississippi, here near Natchez, Mississippi area, also up here towards the Vicksburg, Mississippi area, and then a bunch of warnings back down here into Louisiana that will be making their way into Mississippi. And the good news is, out of all of this, we are supposed to see very beneficial rain out of this. A lot of people are lacking the amount of rain that they are supposed to get because we are in a deficit and a drought situation. The good news is we will see a bunch of rain out of this. I'm just sorry to say that it will come with the potential of a couple of tornadoes with that as well. I do want to also mention before we go back in here, and look at this, I do want to mention that the counties in Mississippi that are shaded in yellow are underneath a tornado watch, and this tornado watch goes until 11 p.m. this evening. And this does include the areas of Jackson, Mississippi, all the way down to the Pine Belt area of Hattiesburg and north all the way to the Highway 82 corridor. Now, the tornado watch does not include Starkville, it does not include Columbus, it does not include Winona, it does not include Greenwood. However, it does include Yazoo and Philadelphia and points off to the south. It does not include Meridian, Mississippi. It does include Jackson Metro. It also includes Ridgeland and Forest, Mississippi as well. And then down here in the Pine Belt, Macomb, Brookhaven, Hazelhurst, Columbia, Hattiesburg, and Laurel, you guys are all underneath severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado warnings until 11 p.m. this evening. All right. So the Weather Service is continuing the severe thunderstorm warning for Issaquena. I'm sorry, they are canceling Issaquena and continuing Hines and Warren, Mississippi. All right, so let me take off the watch because I know that's too glaring on the eyes, and I apologize about that. So, what we've got going on is we've got a tornado, a possible tornado that is now into Mississippi. And let's go in here and see if we can see where the tornado is. All right, it's going to be this area right up here, southeast of Waterproof, Louisiana. It is sitting right now over the city of Ashland, or just south of Ashland, and will come up here towards a point next of Port Gibson. And it's going to be moving somewhere like that. So Alcorn State University in about 18 minutes from now. And Port Gibson, it'll be on top of you in 32 minutes. And Rodney, Mississippi on top of you in 13 minutes. So if you know of anybody that is on the Alcorn State University campus, you need to go ahead and let them know that they are underneath the tornado warning right now. And honestly, that is the only active tornado warning that we have. Let me stop that. In the state. And let me look at this. Whoo, man. I do not like that Boeing signature there. Look at that, folks. That is a Boeing line of wind that is moving in this direction right here. I do not like that look. So if you are Orangeville, Mississippi, you need to be sheltered in place because that is a nasty looking line of wind. Also, Flora, Mississippi as well, as that is about one of the nastiest wind signatures I've seen in a while. I would almost guarantee that there were gusts in there of probably 70 miles per hour about to come up on the area of Orangeville, Mississippi, as well as Brownsville, Mississippi. And this is just north of Clinton, Mississippi as well. I can almost guarantee you that there's going to be a lot of downed trees with that storm. And so I really want you guys to be in your safe place and treat this like a tornado warning. If you were here closer to the areas of Lynchburg and Orangeville, Mississippi. So, we've got a line of wind that is coming through the area of Lynchburg, Mississippi right now, west and northwest of Jackson. And then we've got a possible tornado that is about to move into the state of Mississippi, coming out of Louisiana, near the area of Ashland, Mississippi right now. And there, of course, is your brand new severe thunderstorm warning. And the brand new severe thunderstorm does go north of Jackson. And this is going to be for Warren, Rankin, Yazoo, Hinds, and Madison counties in central Mississippi until 6 o'clock. And this includes the cities of Brownsville, Flora, Pocahontas, Jackson, Annandale, Madison, Canton, Glockstack, Ridgeland, and other areas as well. So, Canton and Ridgeland, get to your safe place right now or monitor this because this is going to be coming up towards your area right now. Also, your possible tornado down here is going to be now strictly in the state of Mississippi right now. And it's going to be this area right there that just brightened up on your screen. And let me see if I can get any kind of communities to pop up on this area. This is going to be just off to the northwest of the Natchez Trace Parkway. And the Natchez Trace Parkway runs from Natchez, Mississippi up through Port Gibson and then curves over here towards the Ridgeland, Mississippi area. So that is the Natchez Trace Parkway that you see right there. And your possible tornado is going to be just off to the northwest of that area. And like I said, this is a very rural area near the Rodney community and the Alcorn, Mississippi area. And there, of course, is Alcorn State University. So, I think this is going to be on the south side of Alcorn State University, but I can't guarantee that. All right, so let me see. Okay, let's see what Jackson. Okay, no update on the tornado warning, which is good. And let me see if I can get any kind of cameras. Okay, so Alcorn State does not have a camera located on their campus that I can see. Okay. So I was checking to see if they had